We are live. What's going on? Welcome to the Walky Talky podcast. Here with me, Kamui, and special guest Roow. Row. How do you say your
Rotega.
Rotega?
Let's go.
Love to see it. So Row is
Just call me
All
Roow,
ways
man. Just
could have
call me
been
Roow.
pronounced. You
Roow.
chose the best and coolest one.
Row is one of the upcoming content creators in the Naruto Boruto community. Personally, from everyone I've talked to, he's like one of the most liked and respected infamous creators in the space. He's got amazing thumbnails. I'm showing it on screen. I've enjoyed his videos. Very likable personality. Very good videos. So yeah, definitely go check him out. I'll link it in the comment section below, and it's in the description and everywhere else I can link it. So there you go.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you for this opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. No, I saw your channel a couple months back. I've been watching ever since. I thought it's pretty good. So there you go. But yeah, what got you into the Naruto Boruto space? Out of curiosity.
You know, I've always loved anime, actually. I don't really I don't really read a lot of manga, you know what I mean? But I always loved Naruto. And like ever since Naruto ever finished, like I just had to check out Boruto, and oh boy, was it very, very different from the direction Naruto was going. And I was in for that.
Yep.
Like a lot in for that. And like, you know, I'm not the type of person to read manga, but like Boruto was the first thing that ever brought me into the manga reading situation. So I decided to make a channel based on Boruto 2 Blue Vortex and its events, since I love Next Generation so much.
Yeah. No, I think it's great the new direction they went in. Not only is it refreshing, but I think it's just a good direction overall, while still feeling contained and connected to the Naruto series. So I think there's everything there for someone if you just give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Don't listen to the fucking haters.
You love to see it. But I'm curious what Kamui thinks.
I mean, that's actually not too different from me. Like, I didn't necessarily start my channel just because Boruto was the first manga I was reading. But it went from I love Naruto to then I found out about Boruto, I liked it, and then I started reading the Boruto manga, and then I started making a channel. So it's pretty similar.
Yeah, not a bad reason, man. Not a bad reason.
One of the things.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like part of the thing, for at least for me, was Discord stuff, because I have the goofy like start. Like, in the sense that I just started watching a Cloud podcast, and then I joined the Discord, and then one time I just hopped on Mellow's stream. That's kind of just basically when I was like, oh, I should make a channel.
Okay, you did a good job doing that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm really glad that he asked for people to hop on his channel at that time. It's the whole reason.
Yeah, bro.
I am curious,
Oh,
what do you use to make your thumbnails?
Me?
Yeah, those were good. I just looked at them.
Imagination. I actually use Photo P. I use Photo P because it's free. And like, I live in Africa, so not a lot of things are very easy to get here. And I'm not a fan of piracy. So the only way I would get Photoshop if I pirate it. So I don't really like doing that too much. So I just use Photo P, and like I said, imagination. Just a whole bunch of PNGs.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure me and Kamui certainly use a ton of official means to get our things as well. We could eke up.
Just whatever, bro. You can do whatever you want, man. You can do whatever you want.
That's awesome. Just on the thumbnails, it's like you're one of the names thrown around for some of the best thumbnails in the space, so I think it's really cool. I'm curious how long you like spend on your thumbnails to get that style.
Bruh, I expend so much time and so little time at the same time, because there are some videos I make, like, let me bring out an example. Let me think here. Like the Uzuhiko Rasengan one. That one, I have like 3 different versions of them. If you could go through my laptop, I have over like probably 300 plus different, like 300 plus images of all the thumbnails I've ever made, and I only have like 47 videos out. That's how long I take on the thumbnails themselves. But sometimes I also make thumbnails as quickly as possible. Like the Boruto is overpowered video, that shit took me like 30 minutes, honestly.
Yeah. No, I get that. Me and
Yeah,
Kamui
that's
are the
why I
exact same
started
way.
buying mine, because even if I learn to make really good ones, like for every then it's kind of like I already know, especially if you're like me, I'm gonna take fucking like 4 hours on a stupid ass thumbnail. It's like
Yeah,
I shouldn't
bro,
be
you
doing
gotta
that.
start somewhere. I kind of already had experience from my gaming channel, which I kind of abandoned nowadays.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, it's good to have some experience going into it.
Mm.
It just makes the channel overall better, I think. A stronger start, which I think matters a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like, you gotta have imagination, bro. Every time you make a thumbnail, think about the video itself. What do you want people to feel in the thumbnail that you said in the video? Like, when I made the whole Boruto's overpowered video, I put in Boruto before and Boruto after side by side, and then I put like 2 other Borutos in the back with the pink color, just to resonate Boruto side by side with Boruto before and Boruto after. How strong he has become with and without the karma type stuff.
Exactly. No, it looks great. So there you go.
Mm.
It's cool because it almost like tells a
It's
story in
alright
the
in my
thumbnail.
opinion.
Like I can tell that you're not just making
Mm.
stuff to make it.
Yeah.
You like have a clear direction and purpose for what you make, which I always find great in my content creators. That's what I try to strive to do for my own channel. So yeah, there you go. Personally, I'm like a screenwriter kind of guy.
Yeah.
And Kamui,
I appreciate that.
he's dabbling.
I mean,
in
it
the
wasn't always like that too, man. It was not always like that.
Yeah, it's it's interesting just trying to like train your brain to be in content creation.
That's not bad. I wish I had assistants with me too, I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah, absolutely. We can move on to intro topics.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna share my screen. There we go.
Okay, I won't be able to look at that, but if you tell me where to go,
That's okay.
I will go on my phone to the right spot.
Okay, well, intro topics, of course. We have a lot of new intro topics I thought was interesting.
Bro, wait, hold on. What is this Yamato one?
Okay, we'll do the Yamato one first, because let's see, where is it? Okay, so this is a little bit of a goofy one, admittedly, but I was reading over the Naruto manga, and what is Yamato doing? Come on, girl, up and at him. so weird of a translation.
Isn't she knocked out anyway? Like, shouldn't he? Is he talking to the wood style?
It's like, come on, girl, get back up on your own 2 feet. You can do it. Like, I don't understand why they said that. It's so funny. But, well, chat, how you doing today?
I'm gonna assume you're not.
Sure is up. You guys sure are doing a podcast very early. Yes, we are. Wanted to a little bit split the difference for Roow, who is in West Africa time, which is 6 hours ahead of us. So 7:30 for it. So shout out for being here. Glad we can make it work. Doing good? Okay, thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith. But with that being said, now that we're caught up on chat,
Next intro topic.
Okay. Did you see the thing Yamato said? Roow? Hello? Well, Kamui, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well, that's good for intro topics. Let's move on to some Naruto
Yo,
topics.
Kamui, you still alive?
Yeah, Kamui, where
Good
you
question.
at?
Why?
All right.
Well, I was playing with the dog, getting him inside while you were figuring that out.
So as we know, the Shinju in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, most of them come from like different people, and they have those people's chakras. Jura is the exception as the leader. He is a Ten Tails incarnate. He comes from the Ten Tails itself, so he's not having anything added there. So what is the Ten Tails? The Ten Tails is a being of pure chakra that has a Rinne Sharingan. Understandable, okay. So my question is, why doesn't Jura have a Rinne Sharingan? Especially considering Jura has, like, the Tomoe on his stomach, or whatever. Jura just has a normal, base, plain Rinnegan for some reason. And I don't understand where the loss of chakra went. How did it get to this devolved form of the Rinnegan, considering the Rinne Sharingan is just an evolved form of the Rinnegan, seemingly? And the Ten Tails has it? And Jura is the Biju incarnate of the Ten Tails, so where's the plain Rinnegan coming from? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I will say, now, this is a little bit of a, like, I would like to think not, but just to mention it anyway, it technically is possible that, at least in Ikimoto's mind, the Ten Tails didn't have a Rinne Sharingan, this one anyway, but instead a Tomoe Rinnegan like Sasuke. Assuming that is true for a brief second, Jura could just have that Rinnegan, and for some reason the Tomoe moved to his stomach. Similarly, he could have the Rinne Sharingan
Wow.
without the Tomoe because they're on his stomach.
Makes no sense. Why are the Tomoe on his stomach?
I
I don't know
agree.
about that though. My own,
I agree. It's weird.
my thought process is that it's just contained, man. It's just contained. That's all it is. Jura might be strong as hell right now. He might not have the so-called Rinne Sharingan, but that's just because it's contained. There's no reason for it to be out, you know what I mean? Even though it's still separated between the Shinjus currently, Jura, even being the Ten Tails himself, should, like you said, still have the Rinne Sharingan, but it's contained. He's in a more human form, just like the Ten Tails Chinchurikis and all this stuff like that. Even though he's not actually a Chinchuriki, you know, it's contained. All that power is just contained right now. So him not having a physical manifestation of the Rinne Sharingan doesn't mean he doesn't have the powers of the Rinne Sharingan, if you know what I mean.
Interesting. Okay, do you think he can unleash the Rinne Sharingan to just have it, even for like a short period of time, almost like a power-up? Can he choose to activate it?
If he wanted to, probably, yeah. But at this point into Blue Vortex, he probably doesn't even know that too. Because,
Oh yeah, that's a
you
good
know,
point.
Jura has always been quite the curious person. So he's going to learn about himself, everybody around him, and how he can, you know, boost his so-called like intellect and stuff like that. And with that, potentially the Rinne Sharingan could make a comeback. I don't really know if that's relevant or not to Jura. He's already enough powerful, just like that. So for him to like use Rinne Sharingan abilities would be beyond comprehensive.
To
Yeah,
be
I feel
fair,
like he could just activate it potentially, but We haven't even seen his full power without the Rinnegan.
Well, but that's the thing is that
anyway.
he said
Yeah,
that he
bro,
wanted.
he's fucking powerful. Like,
Yeah, he said he wanted to go all out against Team Awari. I think he was just capping. I don't think he actually did. But it's weird that he would say that and then not unleash at least his powered up version of himself.
I guess you could say two things there. One, he just says, you're making me want to test my true power. Doesn't mean he did, first. Second, he could have used the Rinnegan Sharingan off screen and then deactivated it before we come back. Because the whole fight's off screen anyway.
Oh, God. That's interesting.
Also, this is weird.
Went unconscious.
I'm looking at the manga. It seems like in Boruto and in Naruto, the Ten Tails, every panel I'm looking at, it looks like it only has 6 Tomoe, but I thought Kaguya has 9. Does she not have 9?
Let's look at it. Kaguya, Rinne, Sharingan.
I'm checking like all the updated like Ten Tails ones I can find first before Obito sucks it up. Just see if I ever see it with 9 Tomoe, but I'm not seeing that.
It's so small on her head. Okay, here we go. You have to zoom in for this one. Okay, Kaguya has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it is 9.
Seemingly 9. Yeah. Okay.
So why doesn't the Ten Tails have 9? Never has 9, as far as I can tell. Does it have 9? Alright, I'm gonna check this. When Kaguya is transforming into the Ten Tails, the weird version of the Ten Tails, does this have 9?
So here's another one for you. Assuming Kaguya,
the freaky version of the Ten Tails.
Assuming Kaguya was unsealed without the Ten Tails, she just was back in the story. Do you think she would have a 3 Tomoe Rinne Sharingan?
Yeah, like...
Bro, she probably wouldn't have shit but a Byakugan, bro.
I don't know, maybe her Tomoe is gonna move to her Byakugan or something instead of her stomach. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, okay, that'd be actually kind of cool, though. Okay, honestly, though, if they do a Tomoe Byakugan, I'll forgive it, because that's a cool idea. You know, it makes no sense.
It would definitely look cool. I don't know about Jura not knowing about this, because it feels like Jura would subconsciously know about the abilities. First of all, like every ninja in Naruto seemingly just has a subconscious knowledge on the use of their abilities, but second
it depends. It depends on the use case. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Whatever is more convenient.
Well, to be fair, it seems like every time we've seen the Ten Tails, even as a mindless beast, it knows how to use its ability. We know that the Ten Tails, just like any other tail beast,
but it kind of just throws it around, though.
Yeah,
I think
it doesn't really.
It knows,
but it just throws it around.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, it's able to use Tail Beast Bomb, which I know that's not like a Rinne Sharingan ability, but it's at least a Ten Tails specific ability that it knows how to do, rather than just like thrashing its body.
So any Ten Tails ability, it just knows instinctual. That probably goes for the other Biju as well. Some abilities in Naruto are that way. This isn't an ability, but like breathing, you know, like the point is some things just are instinctual. They can do it. Tiba's sense of smell, I don't think he had to train it. It's just instinctual to his clan. They just can do that. Other abilities, like, well, this isn't even a Kekkei guy, but Shikamaru's Shadow Possession, he's got to learn it. It's not instinctual. It just depends on the abilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, we also know that the Ten Tails, even in its mindless divine tree state, is still technically able to use its Rinne Sharingan to cast the Infinite Tsukiyomi, considering Obito was planning to do that. So it's not like the Ten Tails just can't use its own Rinne Sharingan. It seemingly just can on its own.
But I want to hear what Kamui
there wasn't the Ten Tails, and it was under Obito's control, which is where it makes it...
Exactly.
Can you count that as the Divine Tree itself doing it? Or is that just Obito manipulating the Divine Tree to do it?
I'm going to say it's Obito controlling it. I'm going to say it's Obito controlling it. Yeah.
I think Obito told it what to do, but I don't think Obito's making it do it, because he's not connected to it, which is the whole point of the Ten Tails before the Divine Tree, is that he was connected to it before he got, like, had that connection severed through the Rasen Shuriken when Lee bisected Madara at that time. And then the Ten Tails started going on its own.
I think that's. I mean, I'll double check to look at more stuff, but I think that's just kind of, it makes no sense where it's just like, I mean, it already makes no sense that Obito spit out a 10 tails, didn't get weaker, turns into Divine Tree,
that was
and
fucking
he's just
stupid.
fine. But then when Madara reabsorbs it, magically he gets stronger. Like, no, it's one or the other. You can't do both.
Yeah, man, it's weird.
And it
It's
started
weird. That
evolving
part
to
was
the
freaking
Divine
weird.
Tree without eating an Otsutsuki. It's what
Like,
happened?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That part
it's-
was weird too, man. Like, who was the sacrifice to the Tentails in the first part? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, 10. So, I mean, the reason why it gets weird, though, is because it's like, okay, so in theory, could a Divine Tree just turn back into a 10 tails and then Vice go back to a Divine Tree on its own? Because in Kaguya's case, it's that she merged with the Divine Tree, and that's what became the 10 tails in Naruto. That's what the 10 tails is. Kaguya and Divine Tree merged together. So,
Yeah.
really, shouldn't the 10 tails be the final form, not the Divine Tree?
I don't even know, man. It's
That
whatever
makes
with the
sense.
Tentails.
It's
He
not
could
the
be
final
whatever I
form.
want to be.
Yeah.
He can be whatever
Yeah.
I want to be, man. It's 2024.
Well, do you think that the Ten Tails even needed to wait to go into the Divine Tree? Like, because it had the Rinne Sharingan. Assuming the Ten Tails wanted to, could just
No.
mindless
I feel like the only
Ten-Tails
reason why
cast Infinite Tsukiyomi?
it's
Oh. Roow, are we having another
Okay,
Wi-Fi
well,
check?
I'm going to double check this real quick. If I'm correct, this is hilarious and you're going to love it. But let me check one more panel to find out when Obito does the tree for Infinite. Okay. This might be coming up soon. Okay.
It's hilarious. But even if it's contained, it's weird to me that it is, because how, when, and why would it be contained in the first place?
probably because it's not the best time to show it on screen, I guess. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to bring it up now. That's probably why.
Well, here's what
That's
I was
like the
thinking.
best way to
I'm
put
trying.
it on the
I'm trying to see if I can confirm by seeing if you ever see the flower of Obito's Divine Tree. But here's what I found so far. As we already discussed, the 10 tails in both cases only have 6 Tomoe. When Madara casts the Infinite Tsukiyomi, it becomes 9 Tomoe. What I want to see is if the Divine Tree's flower eye is also 9 Tomoe. If so, that means you need 9 Tomoe to cast the Infinite Tsukiyomi.
I agree, I think you do, but that's weird.
And that might be a thing where you need the Divine Tree. Madara absorbed the Divine Tree when he did that. So
To be
that
fair,
could be a thing to say that Jura is just not evolved enough.
to be fair, it's weird either way because
Yeah,
of what
I guess.
Obito says. We know in Naruto that you need to essentially charge your Sharingan. Like, it takes charge time to charge the chakra into the eye to perform Genjutsu.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I agree it makes sense, and it would have made sense here. But Obito doesn't say anything like that. The only thing he consistently comments on is how he needs time for the flower bloom to bud, or whatever, flower bud bloom. It's like the petals, they
Well, I
need to
think that's
spread,
the-
or whatever.
You can interpret that as the chakra of the tree charging up, and then when it buds, it's charged up enough, like kind of thing.
But it's
Yeah,
weird that he
because
just
the
doesn't
tree
come
was
on the
connected.
Okay, the only
to
flower
the
we
earth.
see is
So
Madara's
it needed
vision
to
of it.
collect chakra.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe the anime would have it, but the anime I don't think would necessarily know. They would just be putting whatever. Even maybe the video game. I don't know. It's weird. Obviously, like you said, Jura's a very inquisitive person. He's very curious, so he would do whatever. That's fair. To be fair, you could also use that same argument to say it the other way, is that because he's curious, he would want to test the limits of his abilities, as if he was like Itachi from part 1, the version that we thought was like the sick twisted
Yeah,
Itachi.
yeah, that's hilarious, bro. No,
I
Jura
guess, yeah.
literally in the Himawari fight is Itachi's fake persona. It's to test the limits of his abilities.
I love
That's
it.
also kind of Damon when you think about it. He also kind of wants to do the same.
Well, interesting. Jura seemingly uses his Rinnegan to use his tailed beast bomb when that seemingly was never a thing before. Similarly, Hidari uses his Rinnegan seemingly to use his claw marks.
No, I think all the abilities are actually linked to the Rinnegan. Like almost every single one of them. We don't know about Bug and Matsuri and also even what's his name? Ryu, Street Fighter. But Hidari and Jura can actually, their powers are linked, and we can assume this for all other Shinjus. Their powers are linked to their Rinnegans. So Rinnegan for Hidari, he can just spawn out probably 100,000 of claw marks, and Jura can use a tail beast bomb out of his freaking eyes like a freak.
What's weird though is it doesn't seem like Hidari uses his Rinnegan for Sasuke's jutsu. He seems to just do those, but the claw marks is linked to his Rinnegan. Why?
Yeah, it's possible that it could just be one. It's possible it could just be one, or it could be multiple. But for now, it's only confirmed to be just one. We don't even know if we don't even know if Hidari and the rest of the guys can use tail beast bomb yet.
I don't think he can. I think only Jura can.
Yeah, because like Jura has the concentrated power of the 10 tails.
See, I get that because Kamui, I know what you're going to say is that
is a Biju.
I know what you're going to say, Kamui, when they came to the village that Jura's chakra signature was unidentified, whereas Sasuke's, it was a complete match. Therefore, you think he only has Sasuke's chakra, not Ten-Tails' chakra. I still think because he has the body of the Ten-Tails and the cells contain chakra, I think he should have Ten-Tails' chakra as well, just in his body inherently.
I think he should. But he doesn't.
Nah, they do. They definitely do. Nah, they do.
So, okay.
No, bro. No, because otherwise, it doesn't make sense. He wouldn't register as a perfect match to Sasuke, and Jura wouldn't act like Hidari is 100% not Biju, whereas he is Biju. And Hidari would just be able to sense. He would just be able to sense the Kurama.
Chakra is different from genetics, so I feel like, bro, you can have multiple chakra signatures within one person.
I agree.
Low key, if you could.
And I feel like only one.
I mean, even though they said it was a perfect match, it doesn't necessarily mean like they're just talking about just the exact copy of Sasuke. Like it matches with Sasuke, yes, but you know.
Exactly. Like I'm pretty sure a child would match their parents' DNA test in some circumstances.
Okay, but they don't match the chakra signature in Naruto and Boruto.
I think it's a similar idea. Okay, so Kamui, I have a potential, not rewrite scenario, but almost like a presentation of an idea. So what if, this is goofy, but this is a cool limitation. Hidari can use Tailed Beast Bomb and all the others can, but they need to give up a part of their physical body permanently to do so, or at least until they go to heal. So, for example, especially for Hidari has to use one of his arms as a sacrifice for his Tailed Beast Bomb. And that's going to make him look like Sasuke, for example.
What kind of freaky ass idea is that, bro?
How does that make sense within the plot?
He just offers his chakra from his arm up, and the arm just falls off. I don't know.
Bro, that's like some Urashiki shit. Just eating his own eye just to get
exactly. That's where I got the idea from. I like the idea. Definitely.
Bro, that would be so weird and morbid. It kind of needs to be in Boruto for a while.
But it's weird though because they're using these Shinjutsu or Tailed Beast Bombs through their Rinnegan. They're not Rinnegan-based techniques, though. It makes me wonder how and why. Like, could Pain unconsciously use the claw marks if he knew? I don't think so. It's a Shinjutsu.
I don't know, man.
You're talking about having, like, potentially one ability for each one of their Rinnegan, but it's just, like, why is what I'm asking. Because if Hidari can just use other abilities anyway, then what's the point of making a non-Rinnegan ability his Rinnegan ability. It's why.
Maybe just to increase the output factor. Increase the output factor.
That could work, yeah, like amplifying the jutsu X amount of times, sort of like Momoshiki's ability.
Exactly.
Now, that is
because
an interesting
usually
thing, though.
when
Go ahead.
Hidari creates the climax, he just does it normally. But with the Rinnegan, he made like 50.
Yeah, but like, Code made like 1 billion.
Well, what instance are you thinking of, Kamui? For when he puts it on the
good though, because
Tintels?
I'd rather have Code be able to make more.
Yeah, okay.
What'd you say?
What instance are you talking about when he puts it on the Tintels?
Yeah.
I don't think there is like a skill threshold here. Like, I don't think Code mastered it more. So I do think, honestly, Hidari and others probably could do it, because I think it really comes down to like a chakra thing. It's almost like the Odama.
Well, I think
Rasengan.
Code should be. Code is no. That's all the more reason why Hidari can't do it. Code is stronger than Hidari, but every way.
Yeah.
He's even
I
smarter.
believe that too.
Yeah, and that's fine, but would Code have more chakra than Hidari? I'm not saying Code has bad chakra. He has Shibai cells, he has Amado augments, he's a Kara inner.
I mean, we've never seen Code low on chakra.
We have seen him fatigued at the very
Does
least.
that nigga even know what chakra is, man? Does any of the Kara members even know what chakra is? They never talk about it.
Okay, fair enough. So, okay. Still going on the whole, like, Jura has the base Rinnegan. This is extra weird because we have seen other Rinnegans. Fused Momoshiki had different colored Rinnegans that seemingly had different power levels. Like, it's like a passive Rinnegan when it's yellow, but it's like when it's red, that's when he's actively using it, seemingly to, like, save chakra. It's weird that Jura wouldn't have something like that.
I don't know, it's probably just...
Momoshiki doesn't change Rinnegan color depending on whether he's using it. His forehead one just is yellow and he does nothing with it. And his hand ones just are red, and that's the ones he uses.
Whatever.
Yeah. But, like, there was a point where it seemed like when he wanted to use the Rinnegan, it changed red.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just a return to his original form, though.
We'd have to just go back and look at the fight
What are you talking about there?
Like, in the anime...
More specifically, though, like what in
like
the anime?
Literally in the 65th 65th episode, like it changed from like I think a golden one to like a red one.
Yeah.
As he wanted to like blast out his shockwave of his scream and stuff like that. It kind of changed.
Forehead, you mean?
Pretty sure it happens.
His forehead one? I'll check. Let's see. No,
the hands, not the forehead. I don't know about the forehead though. I don't remember the forehead.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll look and see the beginning, what color they are, and what might happen during the fight. As far as I remember, he just had red hands. Okay, actually,
yeah, he always had red hands.
In the anime,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, they do start off gold in the anime.
Oh, there you go.
Let me see if they change. In the movie, I think they're just red. Actually, I think they're purple in the movie.
I wouldn't use the movie, but...
Right, let's see what it is when the Vanishing Rasengan scene happens. Still golden.
Yeah, his Rinnegan are red in the anime. It's interesting. So, I don't know.
When did he switch? Here?
It was like at the beginning, as soon as
when
he
absorbs
transformed
Katasuki's jutsu?
When he got Kinshiki, like when he ate Kinshiki and then he transformed, and then
they were already red in that case.
Row's completely right. It does start yellow, and he turns it red when he does the Scream Shockwave that cuts down to the Divine Tree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like he just amped up right there or something.
Yeah, we see it
the
on
whole
screen
point
at
of the
222.
chakra stuff.
Like at the beginning of the fight?
Yeah, it's at 222.
Yeah, like at the beginning.
Episode
like
65.
as soon as he devoured Kinshiki, and then he made that scream. He like put his hand together and then it turned red, and then boom, he started screaming like a little,
And Kamui, you've told me how
It's
wrong I am for years on this.
We never discussed this before. What are you
We've
talking? We never
discussed
discussed
this
this.
several times. Also, there's 5 lines
No,
when
we
it's yellow,
haven't.
and there's like 8 lines when it's red. We've discussed this many times.
Also, this is weird. At the beginning of the scene, the forehead one just is red. It just already was red. This makes no sense.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is that he has this. Why doesn't Jura have something like this? Even Urashiki had a different, slightly colored Rinnegan, if you want to say it was, like, tinted.
I mean, we won't probably know until it gets
Urashiki
colored.
directly changed. Okay, but now so now I'm wondering. Momoshiki's Rinnegan were already red. Were they better that way? Like, then he just leaves them yellow the whole fight. Why isn't he constantly making them red for the power? Like, what is he doing?
Conserving his chakra?
I don't know, man. He a freaky nigga.
Maybe he was conserving his chakra when he did the shockwave.
Makes no sense. That's the opposite.
Maybe he's just trying to make him scared or something.
He wanted to contain his power. He didn't want to cut down the divine tree. That was an accident.
Yeah, he was actually so angry he didn't want to kill the Ninetales when he did the shockwave, so he depowered for it.
Actually, no, this is a good point. Momoshiki cut down the divine tree. Why?
Man, that jungle's already weak, man.
Fair, I guess, but it's weird that he would do that.
He didn't need it anymore.
I mean, did he not? Like, what was he gonna? So, yeah, he was just gonna drain Naruto. So I guess he didn't need it. I don't know. Does the tree just like die after it's used?
He was going. The thing about
it?
that, he was going to plant another divine tree on it. This one was irrelevant. He just cut down the tree because it didn't matter anymore.
Actually,
there were multiple divine trees on that planet. That one was just done. Multiple divine trees on that planet. I think that one was just done, bro. He already extracted the fruits and done whatever.
Yeah, wasn't
the planet was already dead.
34? With the multiple divine trees? I forget which episode that was.
I don't remember.
Fair enough. It's weird that he did multiple divine trees on a single planet, by the way. Was that just like the strongest planet of all time? That
maybe he sacrificed Otsutsuki kids to it.
It's either that each see, this is the problem, bro. With Amino's saying it devours all life on the planet with no exception. No, it doesn't. Because if that's the case, Momoshiki either each divine tree, let's just say it absorbed 1/10 of the planet, and he did 10 divine trees to get the whole planet. Well, that debunks Amino. So the only other alternative for Momoshiki is that he devoured the planet, then he just started a new life on the planet. He just brought over someone from some other planet and started life again, then devoured it again. Or he asked Shippai to pop him a new civilization to devour. It's just weird. And also in Kaguya's case, she just did not devour the whole planet. Because she had people on it still to do Infinite Tsukiyomi. So that doesn't work. Amino's wrong.
That probably means that the more potent a planet is, the more like divine trees you need to suck out the life.
I think it's just stronger ones. Or more, either one.
I mean, Earth has got the curvature of 16. It's like the most OP planet of all time. The Otsutskis make it seem like, and they're just choosing one there.
I know, right?
Like, why is Planet X down the line over there getting like 16?
It's also funny that Urashiki is all like, we know everything that's happened on Earth, so they know what happened, and yet they're just letting all their Otsutsuki die. Like, they're just letting Earth beat every single one, and they haven't sent, like, a team of 10 yet to take care of this.
How do they even know? Like, where did Urashiki get his knowledge? How is he observing? Toneri's, like, stopping the crash.
Well, they have the Senrigan back there. They have a Senrigan TV.
So, We must have that to the abridged.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know what? That actually makes sense. There were Tsukis. They probably got a Senrigan on that side.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like Toneri has a bunch of Byakugan making a Tenseigan Chakra Blast. The Otsuki probably have a bunch of Senrigan to make a Senrigan TV.
That's facts. That's the best theory I've heard this entire podcast.
That being said, Jura can use Shinjutsu through his Rinnegan, seemingly, if Hidari can. I'm assuming Jura can. Do you think he can use Dojutsu Shinjutsu? Like, do you think he just could change his Rinnegan Eye into the Senrigan to activate the Senrigan? For instance? Like, is that possible?
I don't know, man. Honestly,
so weird.
I don't really want that to even be a concept like that.
Because it just doesn't make sense that he can use Shinjutsu
to power
Rinnegan.
If he could, he would just use the Senrigan instead of reading books, right?
Facts.
That's a good point.
He wouldn't be asking questions. He would just go find the answers like Ada does.
Okay. In that case,
Yeah.
And I
Probably
also
needs
feel
to
like
evolve into that.
I would just like ruin. I mean, you can make a character thing to where Jura has the ability to do all that, but he chooses not to because it's more fun. But
yeah.
I kind of like him having to challenge himself to find the information. I don't know.
Fine. Do you think Omnipotence...
Yeah, he doesn't seem to like take shortcuts too.
Omnipotence is clearly a Shinjutsu, but do you think Omnipotence requires you to have the Senrigan Eye? Or can just anyone do it? Because Shibai could do it, and we don't know if he had it, but we see him with normal eyes, seemingly.
It's so weird
just
because
like a technique on itself.
the problem though is when Ada uses it, it casts her moon design leaves her eyes and instead transfers into the sky, implying it's kind of like the Rene Sharingan Infinite Tsukiyomi thing, where it's clearly implying a connection.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, yeah.
Weird.
I'll agree on that.
You know, I have a fun headcanon for us. So just like Jura has his Tomoes on his stomach, let's just say that Shibai has the, like, Senrigan tattoo on his stomach as well.
His stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
So dude's from the hood.
Just throw all
Multiple
the
tattoos.
dojutsu on his body. He's like, he's got the Ketsuryugan on his left shoulder or something. He's reminding me of Shinu Chiha like this.
I thought of a cool
that
idea.
doesn't make sense. Because, like, you know how you said, like, how the Omnipotence mark came from, like, the Senrigan? It makes sense because every time she actually uses the Senrigan to spy on anybody else, she uses one eye. So maybe the other eye could be the Omnipotence.
Never thought about that.
I have to double check if she switches eyes between past and present, but
what do you guys think about Boruto's art style?
It's gotten better.
It has.
Except for Hinata. I will never forgive Hinata. I don't like her manga design at all. And I never will.
I just think it's basic
Until
as
he
hell,
changes
man.
it to the animes.
I just think it's basic.
Yeah. Pretty basic.
Because like I said in the beginning, I already wrote down a lot of stuff about character designs. Let me see what you guys think about Mitsuki's character design. Before and after. Comparing Boruto, Naruto Next Generation with 2 Blue Vortex. What do you think about Mitsuki's character design?
I like his design, but sometimes when they draw him, it's an inconsistent thing. So when they draw him well, I like it. But sometimes they draw his hair really bad. Some of it.
Yeah. It's so wacky, right?
Yes. Because they can draw it really well. Then you get to, like, chapter 7 where it just looks like, I don't know, like a like just a flat donut on his head or something.
Just
So
yeah,
bad.
and like it also depends on the character. He tends to draw Boruto really well. Like it'll be
like too
it's
well.
so
Like,
ridiculous
he
when you
focuses on him
juxtapose some
all
of
the time.
panels. like if you juxtapose some panels, it's absurd. It's too much of a contrast. He'll draw Boruto with insane detail in the background and Boruto. Then the next panel, it'll be like the worst drawing of Mitsuki. It's just like, bro, like if you're gonna do that, you can't put them side by side like that. You gotta at least give some like progressive change so it's less noticeable.
Yeah, man. I swear to God. What about the Shinjus? Whose character design do you like best in the Shinjus?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I think Ryu. I don't like that one. I think that's my bottom.
Really?
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I don't like his hair. If anything, like I was saying, Kamui.
The hair.
Yeah, I understand that.
Here, I'll even show you.
The hair is his weak point.
Here, okay, if you look in general chat, this is hilarious. So I made this.
Wait, are you gonna show him your shaky thing?
Yep. Okay, so I posted this picture in general chat. This is just a mock-up design. So this is just his design from part 1 when he's on the train in like chapter 10 or whatever, when he's going back to the Sand Village from the Leaf Village after the tuning exams. I just added the white dots, and that just looks like a really cool Shinju design, does it not? It's like way better.
He looks older in part 1 than he does in the flashback of part 2.
Exactly. Like he has his time skip design in part 1. He just his OG design in part 2. I don't understand it. Actually a cool, unique design too. You get his little buzz cut on his actual Shinju's design. I don't understand why they did that.
Like
I know, especially since like we saw his hair in the flashback. He doesn't have a buzz cut now.
Yeah.
He almost looks exactly like Konohamaru.
I see it. Absolutely.
And then, technically, this shouldn't count, but my favorite Shinju design is going to be Orochimaru. Kamui, do we have that picture?
Oh, the one I found.
Yeah. Where's the picture?
It might be in Boruto topic somewhere.
I'm looking at hashtag art. I just don't find it here.
Nah, my favorite is always gonna be Matsuri. She killed that. That's my girl.
she has a lot of curves, that's for sure.
Like, man, if she was real, I'd wipe her up.
But what about you? Which design do you think is the best?
I thought it'd be Shinju's.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, Matsuri.
Matsuri? Oh, okay. There you go. Kamui, do you have an answer?
If it's just normally, I feel like my least favorite though is Bug. I don't know. It's just whack. Just eh.
That's fair. I think it's the closest to his original design is Bugs.
Yeah, but I don't like it. It's just it don't fit who he is currently with the big ass.
Oh, thank you, Kamui.
Long beard.
Yeah. Okay.
I put it in art, the Orochimaru.
Yeah, I put this in chat for you, Roow, the general chat. Here is the fan art Orochimaru Shinju design. It looks so cool.
Wait, what?
It looks so good. Just a fan art Orochimaru Shinju.
Damn! Oh, I already seen this.
Oh,
I already seen this before, bro. It's so clean.
We should. Are the Soegi ones in there anywhere?
I could pull those.
Oh wow! I actually see the freaking. Bro, this is so clean.
But there's a Code Shinju as well. I think Six Paths of Dunga made that one. No.
Oh yeah, Kakashi's. I've seen that one too.
Okay, come on. Maybe that was. Okay, I found the code one. This looks really cool as well. Let me copy this and put it in the general chat. You've probably seen it, but there you go. It just looks so good. I love it. I guess while we're on this, are there any Boruto or Naruto creators that you personally watch? Any that you like or are inspired by?
Me?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity.
You know, I don't really watch too much of them. I was when I first started making videos on Boruto, like one of the first persons I ever watched was Nai. You guys know who Nai is? He's at like 1.9k subs right now.
Don't think I've heard of him, but let me check this out.
Oodie,
I
where'd you
watched
put the code
9
one?
and
Oh,
6.
alright.
Nai reacts.
Salve, rapaziada.
No, it's Nai, right? Yeah, Nai. I think it's Nye.
Oh,
Or I also watch a lot of 6.
a lot of 6, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I do know Nai. I'm subscribed to him actually.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I watched Nai 6 and like before I used to watch a lot of Swakage, even though he's not Boruto.
Yeah.
Everybody watched
apparently
Swakage.
making a new video, but I don't know when that's coming out. So yeah. But yeah,
I
Swakage?
remember 6 one time made a post like making fun of him for like purposely holding off on his videos. So for all I know, it's done.
yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah, we don't watch as much as we used to either, just because it's pretty busy being a content creator, as you know. Plus, you're in college, so that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. It's so stressful, man. Like, I feel like breaking out of school. I feel like dropping out,
Gotcha.
but I got no choice.
Of all the Shinju designs, since we're on like the fan art ones, are there any characters that you want to see be a Shinju in the future?
Ooh, let me not see any girls, so I don't look weird on here.
Sure.
I'd like to actually see Naruto's design, like Naruto's. Ooh, that would be so clean.
That'd be cool, yeah. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll ask it like that. So you can give two answers. One of who do you think would have the slickest design, and two, who you would like to see best for the story, or just the best character to be a Shinju.
Bruh, I don't know, man. In terms of the story, there's so much potential you could give. You could make a Kage a Shinju in the story, and that would be so cool. I don't know about design though. Every other Kage's design is kind of whack.
Fair enough. Okay, I think I'll go first. I think the slickest design might actually, this might sound crazy. I think I'm gonna go with Darui. I think Darui would have a really cool Shinju design, especially with like his Black Lightning abilities, however that would manifest. I think it would just look really cool as a Shinju.
Yeah, I guess that's all right. I'm gonna just say I do not like the current Darui design, like at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the old Darui design would be better as a
I agree.
Shinju than the new one.
I agree. What did you notice?
It's fine though. It's whatever.
Especially in the latest chapter, did you notice that Gaara got a new gourd on his back?
That's a new gourd?
Yeah, it's not like the hourglass
The
one.
weird one.
Small one?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I thought it was the exact same one as the first one though.
I think the manga, what it was, Oodie, was in the manga, he has that weird one, but in the anime, it's different.
It is like that, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, the anime is different. The anime one is different. That one was smaller in the anime.
Yeah. We did check the
It
manga.
was like a smaller version. The gourd here is the same. The manga's gourd it seems exactly the same as the one in like the first volume of Boruto, but in the
What I don't understand
anime,
is why Guard changed the gourd in the first place. I liked the big ass gourd he used to wear. It was cool. It made sense.
yeah, it
Like,
was
why
clean.
is he
I don't
carrying
know why they
around less
changed it, man.
sand? That just seems stupid. That sand he carries is the stronger sand. How overconfident is he?
I put
Maybe he
the
just
gourd in chat.
compresses it inside this smaller gourd or some shit.
But then just bring more sand into a bigger gourd and compress it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he does that, man. I'm not gonna lie. Shit, Gara taking difference with this hairstyle, man.
Like, no wonder he lost to Matsuri. He didn't bring any sand with him.
But we did check, and in the Momoshiki fight in like chapter 9, he does have this gourd in the manga, the new one. So it's at least consistent in that case. He just got it over the time skip, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same one in the manga throughout. It's just not the same in the anime.
Yeah. Yep. I got it right here. So ridiculous. You could maybe argue it's like for convenience sake. It's just slimmer. But I don't know. I like this.
No, bro, I ain't buying that. When bro was carrying around as a freaking 13-year-old kid the giant ass sword at this, and he could not tell, bro. It was weightless to him at that point. It's like, bro, you're stronger.
Right?
That thing's a feather to you. You're not noticing.
Yeah, fair enough. It's ridiculous. How
Like
tall
he
it
doesn't
is.
even use that much taijutsu. His whole thing is he basically stands there. Like, so just bring
Yeah,
your sand.
right? He just stands there. He just stands there and then let the stand do all the fighting. So, man.
Yeah. Plus, this gourd doesn't have like a cap. His original gourd, he made sure it had the cap. He would manifest that cap out of sand if he needed to make sure it was capped. It's weird that this one doesn't, I guess. Why did the original? Why was it so important to him?
Hey, man. He always stays strapped. That's what it is, man.
He's ready, on guard.
He's always ready, man.
Love to see it.
I think he just liked to pop the cap off because it was cool what he did.
Man, I prefer the Oda
Also,
one.
maybe
man.
you could
I
argue it
just
so that he
prefer the
doesn't
Oda one.
leak out any sand on accident if he trips and falls. Oh no, my sand.
That would be disgraceful as the Kazekage.
Okay, you know what would be funny though? If okay, this is the dumbest thing, and it would completely undermine like the story when they're hyping up Gara. But you know when Kabuto's telling everyone, I hear he's, even been on B rank missions, he's never gotten a single scratch. Imagine if they rewrote it to be like, I hear he's been on a lot of B rank missions, and legend has it, he's only ever gotten one scratch. And they're like, how did he get the scratch? Like, was it a super tough battle? It's like, well,
He slipped on his
really,
fucking sand.
about that, it wasn't a battle. His only scratch was when he tripped and fell on his sand.
On his own fucking sand, bro. That would be the
Like,
exact same shit with the Teduraikage.
Okay, but think about this. If they actually did that, then you absolutely have to cash in on it and make a thing to where Naruto beats Gaara by strategizing for him to trip on his own sand. And that's how he gets the win. Like,
Bruh.
he gets the final blow because of that. That's the foreshadowing we need.
That's so good. So ridiculous.
You know, that's the exact same
Ridiculous,
shit with the Teduraikage.
Not bad.
It'd be fine to change it, considering Naruto Road to Ninja had Naruto win against Minma in the exact same final blow that he did against Gaara. Just jumped towards him and punched him in the same way.
Damn.
So might as well change the Gaara one. That's funny. But now that you mentioned Kabuto, Kamui,
Yeah, bro, Matsu is so fun.
go to the previous topic. I'm going to change my answer from Darui, because you're right, the old design would be better compared to the new design. I'm going to change it to Kabuto. I think Kabuto would have a really cool Shinju design in the Boruto era.
I'd
Bruh.
be down for Kabuto to come back as the Shinju.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He needs a comeback. For somebody who had that sage ability that was like only shown in one fight, we need to come back.
Yeah. But
I mean, you can same with the Shin Uchiha clones who are directly tied to Kabuto. So you could
Exactly.
either have a Shin clone as the Shinju to get Kabuto, or Kabuto as the Shinju to get the Shin clones. One or the other.
yeah.
Nah, I want him as a Shinju.
And have Kabuto as the Shinju, and the Shin clones have to save their dad.
I mean, you just add Ju to the end of the Shin clone's name, and they are a Shinju. Like, they're already the closest in the whole series. It'd be the easiest transfer ever.
I mean, kind of honestly though, it probably would be better to have the Shin clones versus the Shinju, because then you can have like a little narrative thing going on with like the similarities and differences between the Shin clones and the Shinju. So like that could be
I
a cool
guess,
thing
but
to
it's-
play around with.
If they were gonna do this,
It'll
I'd
just be a freaking massacre of the Shin clones.
I'd prefer if all but one of the Shin clones died if they were gonna do this route. Just somehow. I don't care how.
Fine by
What's he
me,
gonna
bro. Like, just have the original, the one that kills the main Shin, the one that fights Sarada and Sasuke. Just have that one. The one that Naruto
I'd be fine with
scares.
that,
Have that
yeah.
be the one that survives. Like the original.
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good. But what about
Especially since some of the other ones are all like deformed and shit. We don't need the gigantic one.
Yeah.
yeah. But what about you guys? Which Shinju would you like to see in the series? Out of curiosity, new characters.
So not using ones that we've already picked, I will say Gara and Log.
Oh, log. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so for Log, it's a thing to get Mitsuki and Orochimaru in there. And you can do some cool stuff
Bruh.
with him. I was actually going to do a video on that one. I never finished that script.
He
But,
gonna be the first
for-
Shinju with 2 targets.
Ooh, that's a cool idea, actually.
Technically, Jura, if you consider Naruto is still his target. Some people think that he
on the
switched
Ninetales and
targets.
junk.
Yeah, that's right.
Bro, does he even have a target anymore? Because bro just didn't go after Himawari when he could. So, like,
Nah, he's just chilling now.
Really targeting Himawari?
But that doesn't make sense for Jura as a
He's
character.
not targeting Himawari though.
Like, Jura doesn't need to
He's not
eat
targeting
or
Himawari,
sleep.
no Naruto.
Jura doesn't have any other goals. He was literally born yesterday. Like, he has one sole directive focus. Why isn't he doing it?
I know, right? Man, he just chilling,
just
man.
so
He a chill
curious.
dude.
I guess so, yeah. But what about you, Roow? Who would you choose?
Me, man, there's so many people in my mind,
I know.
and there's nobody in my mind at the same time.
That's the problem.
You know, I would like to see, what's that girl's name? That Tsuchikage. Or
Kurotsuchi.
yeah, I would like to see her design.
That'd be cool. I'll give you that.
Nah, it wouldn't be cool, bro. It'd probably be better than Matsuri's.
That's hilarious.
Yo, I know why you're saying that, because Kurotsuchi already has the shortest shorts of them all. So, you know, with the Ikimoto and the Shinju design, you know what that means.
Nah, man, you know, like, I'm ready, man. If I could meet Kishimoto today, make him do that, I'd be the happiest man in the world.
Yo, low key though, Chojuro might have one of the cleanest designs. Plus, like, if they fixed him to like his bad attitude,
as a Shinju.
Bro,
yeah.
if we're doing that shit, then fine. Here, I'll change my answer then. Well, I won't change it, but I'll add some answers. Just revive Kagura and make him a Shinju. And if you can't do that, then make Shizuma a Shinju. They set him up in the anime, you know, like, let's just cash in on it, and the way they're going to do it is he's a Shinju.
That's fair.
It would be cool to see. Yeah, that'd be fair, man. I don't forgot his name already. God damn it.
That's good.
I would like to actually see that. The good thing about Ryu, the good thing about like what's his name, Shinki being in Shinju is that it connects the whole, like now it's connecting the Sand Village to the story. It might not actively connect every other village into the story, but bringing more Shinjus from other villages would actively connect them. So it would be great to see like Shinjus from every other village.
Exactly.
Not just the big like nations, not just great 5 nations, maybe other smaller villages.
That's been my theory, is that they're gonna have 9 or 10 Shinju in total, one from each of the 5 great nations, as their way to bring them back in. If that's the case, who do you think should be the representative from each village, technically?
Come on.
Yeah. We can move on to a quick other topic while we wait for Kamui before moving on to potentially the final topic, because I have one I wanted to end on for sure. So let me go.
Was it Code? You trying to defend him?
We could do Code if you want. Okay, so this is interesting. I heard this recently. In the latest chapter, let me pull it up. So I can go to it. Have you do you know Kitomaki, the YouTuber?
Kitomaki, yeah, I heard of him. Yeah,
Okay.
I know Kitomaki.
He was making the case recently that when Code has his arm cut off, and then claw marks go onto Code's wound, just like a bandage to heal it up. So Kitomaki was saying that he thinks Jura put the claw marks there, not Code. My interpretation was that it's Code, but looking at it again, I'm curious what you think. He looks like not surprised, but you can make it the interpretation either way. I'm going to post the panel in the general chat. But I'm curious what you think, and hopefully when Kamui gets back, he can give what he thinks as well. Yeah, so I put this panel in chat for you. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think Code did this, or do you think Jura did this?
Nah, bro, Code did it for sure. Jura didn't do shit. He doesn't care about Code.
Well, keep in mind, Jura then goes on to give him a mission.
Yeah. No. Look, he gave him the mission, and then Code wraps his arm up.
I could imagine Jura gives him the mission, then wraps his arm up as well. Because it's like, alright, off you go. Now you're healed. But I do agree, I do think it's Code.
I get it though,
But I will defend this, because Kitomaki was saying, oh, how disrespectful is it that they would do this to Code?
Did he give...
This Code's new low, Code's falling off.
Did he give real reasons? Did he give real reasons other than just making it feel like disrespect? Because I feel like Jura he wouldn't do that. He just, even though he cares, he doesn't care that much. Come on, it's Code, man. He could do whatever he wants.
See, and that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this, because I want to defend my boy Code. I think either way, it's fine, and it works. For Code, it makes him seem smarter and cooler, more tactile, strategic, more even versatile. Whereas for Jura, this shows he does care. Even if he doesn't care, he does care. And we do see in the chapter he does have a respect for Code.
Yeah, he has respect for him, but not enough to wrap his arm in claw marks. That's nasty.
If Jura's the one that wrapped it up, then clearly he does. So I guess we'll probably have to wait for the anime, but...
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true though. We'll probably have to wait for the anime. But I feel like Code did it.
I agree, just based on the panel.
I get where he's coming from though. It does kind of seem like Jura Loki just... Because like it doesn't show Code putting it on the first part. It just shows one claw mark just wrapping around it.
Yeah.
But he didn't seem so surprised. If he wasn't the one that did it, they would have probably put exclamation marks there.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, or like kind of look down at it, like surprised.
He is doing that, but my interpretation is that it's pain, not surprise, from wrapping it up himself.
Yeah, it's pain. It's
like cauterizing a wound almost.
And that's not an exclamation point would be more of a surprise. This is just this whap, and he's got like the pain look, and then he's just puffing and puffing. He's not. I feel like he'd be like startled if it was Jura.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it can't be, but.
I mean, I'm just saying, in the first panel, he's looking straight ahead, focused on Jura, and then the next panel is focused on him getting the wrap around his arm. And then the last panel is him looking down at his arm, implying he might have been looking straight ahead when it got wrapped around him. So, and to be fair, on the third panel, I just posted it in chat, a close-up of Code's face. You could argue it's pain, you could argue it's startled surprise, for sure. It looks similar to when he was hit with the Uzuhiko Rasengan.
Which was both pain and startle.
Exactly.
That was pain and startle, bro.
Exactly, which is why it's hard to say.
I don't know. I want to believe it's Code. I want to believe it's Code because I don't see, even though Jura does respect him and like he just gave him a mission, bro, Code is still alive. You know, there's no reason for him to for Jura to patch up Code's injury. Code didn't to himself. He doesn't really care.
Yeah. Kamui, what do you think? And also, do you think it would be
I would lean
disrespectful if
towards
Jura
Code
did it?
doing it himself.
So, okay, I agree. So we're all in agreement that Code did it himself. So under the hypothetical that Jura just did do it, we're just going to say he did do it for this hypothetical. Do you think it's disrespectful or respectful? Because I think it's respectful.
Depends on your meaning.
If he did it on himself,
that,
it would be respectful.
because in universe, it is not disrespectful for Jura to do that. It's just like, it's just nice. I mean, like, yeah, you can you can make the argument like it's not the same as this, but like Madara being like, well, would you prefer Susanoo or not? Technically, he's being nice and giving you the choice, but it's like almost disrespectful in the sense that it's like, yeah, bro, like I could beat your ass, and I'm gonna let you choose how you want your ass beaten. And it's like you can make the argument that it's similar here to where it's like Jorah's like, yeah, I know, just beat you up here. You know, let me just patch you up a little bit. You know, it's the least I can do. It's like kind of taunting, but that only works if that's how it's presented and that's how Jura acts about it. He doesn't even first of all, assuming he did it, Jura doesn't even say anything about it. And I guess you could argue that's more disrespectful, but I disagree. I would say if he's like, there, I patched up your wound for you, now go do your hunt already.
Yeah.
Okay, you can make your argument. But if he's not even going to comment on it, it just seems like, now I feel like you're just trying too hard. Like, yes, I can see the argument, but like, but if you're going to do that again, though, if you want to do the silent treatment, then I think you need to have Code and Jura silently acknowledge the fact that he just did that by having Code look down at his arm and look pissed off about it and have Jura smirk or something. There, now you've silently done it.
Okay,
Kamui? He does it like it didn't happen. So if anything, it's just like, I don't know, he just did it. Like, let
me add some more to Kito's interpretation on this. I agree. He should have done it, which is exactly why Ikimoto wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing, though. Like, then it's like, is that? But I still can't say it's disrespectful if you ignore if he's gonna do it and he doesn't do all the other shit. Like, I mean, maybe he meant for it to be disrespectful, but like, is it? If he doesn't, like, if Madara just doesn't use the Susanoo versus asking if they want the Susanoo, that's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's an option
in terms of disrespect.
I agree. I think it's more of also the fact that he sends him on a mission right after.
Yes, exactly. That's my thought process.
Yeah.
Because he sent him on a mission. That's the only scenario he would have healed his arm. Because I'm sending you on a mission, just patch that nigga up, then send him on his way.
Yeah, I could see that, honestly, yeah. Another thing to look at would be Code's arm, his like other arm that he's like holding. It's like when you're cauterizing a wound and you're like holding it out of pain. So it's either that or he's like, whoa! He's like startled. He's like putting his arm in front of him, like, what's happening? Like almost just like trying to swat away.
No, it ain't that, bro. Like if Jura's doing it, he's still holding it in pain by coincidence. Like,
yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
And again, he doesn't look startled.
Bruh.
He just looks in pain.
I'm looking at him, man. It's so nasty.
Yeah. No, it is pretty gross whenever he does do this, yeah. Ikimoto does draw a lot of detail there. For some reason.
He can't draw it on Mitsuki's hair, but he can draw it here. I mean, to be fair, though, it adds to the horror of the scene, the impact of the damage, so I can understand.
Okay, I just thought of a really interesting idea. We know that this doesn't make sense, but we know that Code's claw marks have his blood in them, despite it being a Shinjutsu and it shouldn't require that, but it does. So, do you think? Let's assume Jura did do this.
Why should it not require that? Wait, hold on. Why should it not require his blood?
Because it's a Shinjutsu. It can do whatever it wants, bro.
Yeah, it's mixed with it. It's mixed with his minerals, iron in his blood.
Yeah.
It's a Shinjutsu.
So because of that, do
But
you
what does
think?
Shinjutsu mean it can't, like, because in this case, the blood thing actually benefits him in the sense that you can't absorb it. Even though you can apparently shrink it, which makes no sense because blood cells are living, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool if he did that as like a tactic or strategy or whatever. But like that, it seems like it's a limitation. Like it just is the case, no matter what. It's just required.
I think it's a limitation. Now, should it be? Yeah, but Code apparently just has endless blood anyway, so
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not. I don't get it.
That's
I don't-
not.
you know, he's like Choso in JJK to where, yeah, it would be a limitation.
He's like
but it's
just
not
keeps
for him.
spewing out his freaking
Yeah.
blood.
But I don't understand then. Is it just Ikimoto being bad again? Because if they're gonna do this to get around Daikokuten and shrinking it, then why not just have Code be smart instead of it just being required if they're gonna do it anyways?
Because it's
You never
Ikimoto
liked
being
Code,
smart
man.
about it.
I don't get it.
The thing is, though, Ikimoto's the reason Code's still alive. So it's like, how can he not like Code? He chose to not kill him.
It's like
So
he's
yeah, he
Maggie
chose to,
Griffin,
but
bro. at this
he's gonna
point.
keep him alive. He's gonna keep him alive for a more grimier death at the hands of Boruto or like Kawaki or something.
Yeah. We'll have to
He
see.
hates Code so much he kept him alive just so he can kill him off even harder.
Yeah, you kill him, bring him back, and then kill him again.
It's like a horror movie villain. You just gotta give him the most gory death of all time for some reason.
I mean, not like he deserves it, but yeah.
Well, he wouldn't deserve it if he died off originally.
Like, bro, I don't know though. I don't really see a place where Code would have died in the first part. That means his character
he
would have
would've-
been irrelevant.
Well, it would have either been like Boro, he just is the other strong guy in Kara. He dies by Sasuke's hand, similar to Naruto versus Delta, although she doesn't actually die there, but similar
Yeah.
idea. Or he dies in the Code arc, where instead of summoning Damon,
Yeah,
Kawaki just kills him.
I completely agree.
And you probably remove
Yeah,
the
I guess.
members
Yeah,
too,
that would
in
have been just
sense.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess I could see it going that way. But like,
And that
damn,
works,
bro,
'cause they
you just hype that man up for nothing.
They could easily just write it to where Ada comes to the village in the exact same, well, not the exact same way, but you know, she comes to the village at the exact same time she
Yeah, she
does
just
originally.
comes
At
because
that
some other
Code
way.
time,
died.
yeah, she just comes down there. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
everything else could have just worked the exact same. Okay, interesting. We can end here if we're all ready.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, Roo, obviously, thanks for coming on. I'll go ahead and link your channel again. I'm glad that you accepted to come on in the first place.
Thank you.
If you want to come on again in the future, you're more than welcome. You don't even have to ask. You can just join whenever, assuming that you join at a time that you can. Well, we typically stream it light, so it's usually not available. But either way.
Yeah, I'll purposely make another video you guys disagree on just so I come on here again.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're in the Naruto sphere. I wish you the best of luck on your channel. I'll be rooting for you. And
Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. And thank you, audience, everyone, for watching up to this point. And we'll see you all next time. Over and out.
All right.
Bye.